Hello and welcome to the GrapeSEED Official Podcast. In this episode of GrapeSEED Friends, we have another veteran teacher as our guest. Today we welcome Bruno Di Stefano, a teacher from Southern Japan. Welcome to the podcast, Bruno.
Hey, Adam. Thanks for having me. I'm happy to be here. Let's talk some grapeseed.
If you've listened to any of the podcasts featuring Miklos, you may be interested to know that Bruno is a longtime coworker of his. Bruno and I have had a few chances to meet over the years, and much like Miklos, you won't find many other teachers that think as deeply as they do about grapeseed. Let's get started with some basic questions.
Sure.
How long have you been teaching grapeseed, and what were your first impressions of the curriculum?
All right. So how long have I been teaching grapeseed? It's interesting because the way I keep track of this is that we have one student who, when we started grapeseed, he was in Nanchu, which were the people
4-year-olds turning 5.
4-year-olds turning 5. And now he's still with us, and he is in his final year of junior high school.
Oh, wow.
Yes. So that's how I keep track. So if I go Nanchu, that's 2 years. So this is my 11th year of teaching grapeseed.
Wow.
Yeah. It's and a lot has changed since I first started grapeseed.
Definitely.
And to now, like the story Sad Sam used to be called Sad Pete.
Ooh, yeah, behind the scenes.
Yes, and I no offense to the grapeseed people, I liked the name Sad Pete better. But whatever. Sometimes you got to change. Maybe some guy named Sam got annoyed with it. He's like, oh, just name my friend Pete or something. I don't know. But, so it's been 11 years. This is my 11th year of teaching it. When I first started teaching it, I went for training with Miklos, the guy you mentioned before. He's one of my friends. Yeah, and at that time, training was a week. Ooh. And it was great because we got to go up to Osaka for a week. And we do training all day, and then we got to hang out in the late afternoons and evenings in Osaka. And Osaka is a great city, so it was all good. My impressions of the curriculum were that I'd never used something like this before, because I'd worked before at my current job. Before we started using grapeseed, we were using another curriculum, and then before I started that job, I was kind of I worked at another company for about a year using a different curriculum. Mm-hmm. And before that, I worked for another company, a very big company in Japan. And they had a children's program too. And the difference was really night and day. Because, pretty much right off the bat, I started seeing some differences when I was teaching it,
For example,
the repetitiveness of using the vocab cards. Like, if anything, even if the kids aren't going to be speaking in Unit 1 much at all, they're still going to learn some vocab right off the bat. Like, I equate grapeseed. Maybe it's not the greatest metaphor, but it's like it's like a war of attrition. You're just like, you just keep on seeing it. There are studies that say like the whole 10,000 hours of practice theory and this and that, where it talks about how you will learn things if you keep seeing it. Like, think about songs you hear, like your favorite songs. You've listened to it again and again. You know those songs, It's the same thing. So that there was no focus on really learn this sentence structure. My name is Bruno. I like jam, blah, 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 blah. It was more so where you get the kids to not only learn English, but to think in English. And that's very important. You create I know it's like a grapeseed catchphrase, like English environment, but it's true. You create an English environment, and it's great when you get to the point where sometimes I got to leave my class quickly. I come back, and some of the kids are actually speaking to each other in English.
Wow.
And that's cool. That means you've done your job. You know? That makes me feel good. So, I think the GrapeSEED approach is different in that it doesn't focus on structures. It's like a typhoon of English. It just comes at you, and eventually, because with children, they're great at picking up language, and so eventually, if you give them enough of it, they're going to start sorting it out themselves, and it's great.
Goodbye, my friends, goodbye. I'm sad to say goodbye. It was a good day, but now I will say goodbye, my friends, goodbye. Goodbye, everyone.